Can you do it like something? This one. Assalamualaikum. Can you see if they can hear you?
Okay. Assalam.
Yeah, look at the camera because you're there. And
Assalamu alaikum. Can everybody hear me?
you're gonna check this. Yeah, I'm saying that. Everything. Okay. Yeah, it's clear. Okay. Okay. Let me see here. Okay, assalamu alaikum everybody. Right. Just wanted to say a massive jazakallah khair. Okay, assalamu alaikum everybody. Sorry, assalamu alaikum everybody. Thank you. Just want to say massive jazakallah khair for yesterday, for all your support, donations, viewing, watching. As usual, we had loads and loads of people viewing on Facebook. YouTube is a bit new to us. I didn't realize in the last important sitting that the webcam hadn't kicked in and it's a fuzzy upload on YouTube, but it's on Facebook as well. But just really wanted to say, a massive, jazakallah for everybody. Again, Samira, you're watching again, massive support. It was lovely to receive some cream cakes within 10 minutes of finishing, which we devoured yesterday evening. But reason why we're doing this video today, just to let you know that the donation is still continuing, till the end of Ramadan. So please continue donating. And as I've said, it's for water primarily. And if we can raise enough, it's for a lot of hand pumps in people's personal homes in Pakistan and Bangladesh. Right, so what we're doing in this live today is obviously Maariya read very fast paced for the Quran challenge. Obviously, if we did it slowly, we would have been sitting here for a very, very, very long time. And we were trying to do the Al-Hadar approach of where it's fast paced, it's allowed, as long as you can still understand what she is saying. I could obviously understand if there were times where I couldn't understand, I asked her to repeat for those who did watch or watched. So if I felt she made a mistake, I tried to correct her. I told her to correct herself. I only told her if she really couldn't remember. I think that was 2 or 3 occasions in the whole Quran where she actually, when she corrected, if she wasn't sure, alhamdulillah, not bad. And then, but obviously I could understand every word that she was saying. So may Allah still accept. But the reason again for today is for Maariya to recite at her usual composed pace. So just to let you know that she doesn't normally recite like that. That was a challenge. And a sort of, that's why it was fast paced, because a few of you have messaged sort of saying it's too fast. It was going to be fast. So we're now post-paced live streaming on Facebook and YouTube. So the question what we're asking is, which surah would you like recited? Obviously, Maariya has shown that she has a very strong hifz. So I've said to her today she can look at the Quran, recite hifz and look. Might do a little treat for you at the end. A lot of you like the line number game, which you haven't told Maariya. Might do a bit of that if she's in agreement.
Yeah.
So sometimes I don't tell her, I just surprise her because I know she's not going to say no in front of all of you. But we'll see. So let's start. I'm going to see who has on YouTube commented with who would like a surah. Okay, I think I'm just going to go onto the Facebook to see. I think a lot more people have commented on there. So I'm just going to have a quick look. Yeah, so we've already had 35 comments. I will go to the first one that I see with a surah. Okay, lots of people love you, Maariya. go to, hold on, because it's live stream, I can't go all the way up.
Someone asked Surah. No.
Okay, Surah Rahman. Okay, I knew that was going to be. I could have guessed.
Look.
that Surah Rahman will be a popular choice. Okay, we're not going to read whole surahs, so keep your requests coming in. She'll read some, depending on just sort of, So you want to turn to it? You don't need to, but I like to check if I'm sitting here that I keep an eye on it. Maybe just do.
Up to that.
Yeah. So,
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الرحمن علم القرآن خلق الإنسان علمه البيان. الشمس والقمر بحسبان والنجم والشجر يسجدان والسماء رفعها ووضع الميزان ألا تطغوا في الميزان وأقيموا الوزن بالقسط ولا تخسروا الميزان والأرض وضعها للأنام فيها فاكهة والنخل ذات الأكمام والحب ذو العصف والريحان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان خلق الإنسان من صلصال كالفخار وخلق الجان من مارج من نار فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان صدق الله العظيم.
Okay, we've had a request. I don't know why. I'm sorry. I'm messing about with the camera on YouTube. The webcam is on, but it's still not that clear. I will look into that. Okay, we have a request from YouTube from our regular sister, Taslee Akhtar. Assalamu alaikum.
Okay, let me get that. Your webcam.
So we're going up to 1, 2.
1, 2,
8.
Okay. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. تبارك الذي بيده الملك وهو على كل شيء قدير الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا وهو العزيز الغفور الذي خلق 7 سماوات طباقا ما ترى في خلق الرحمن من تفاوت فارجع البصر هل ترى من فطور ثم ارجع البصر كرتين ينقلب إليك البصر خاسئا وهو حسير ولقد زينا السماء الدنيا بمصابيح وجعلناها رجوما للشياطين وأعتدنا لهم عذاب السعير وللذين كفروا بربهم عذاب جهنم وبئس المصير إذا ألقوا فيها سمعوا لها شهيقا وهي تفور تكاد تميز من الغيظ كلما ألقي فيها فوج سألهم خزنتها ألم يأتكم نذير صدق الله العظيم.
Okay, hold on. The webcam is on. Okay, we have a request from Auntie Samira, Surah Ikhlas.
Okay.
She spoke with my dad this morning. He rang from Pakistan and he was making a joke. He says, I complete just over 3 Qur'ans every night. Because I knew this hadith, I figured what my dad meant. So basically, they say that if you read 3 Surah classes, then you've completed the whole Quran. There's a hadith, I don't want to misquote it. So my dad reads 10 at night, and then says he completed just over 3 Quran every night. So I'll look into that. I'll do a post about it. So,
Okay. Um,
so Ikhlas.
بسم الله
Okay, we had another one on YouTube. One of my all-time favorites. This was the first surah that Maria memorized. You know what it is? Page 440.
Yaseen.
I don't know many pages, but I know 440. Surah Yaseen. So when she was 5 years old, before she did any hifz, she memorized this again. It was in the last 10 days of Ramadan. It was her first ever fundraiser. She went on to raise thousands of pounds, and so she'll read the first 12 verses.
Okay. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ياسين والقرآن الحكيم إنك لمن المرسلين على صراط مستقيم تنزيل العزيز الرحيم لتنذر قوما ما أنذر آباؤهم فهم غافلون لقد حق القول على أكثرهم فهم لا يؤمنون إنا جعلنا في أعناقهم أغلالا فهي إلى الأذقان فهم مقمحون وجعلنا من بين أيديهم سدا ومن خلفهم سدا فأغشيناهم فهم لا يبصرون وسواء عليهم أأنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون إنما تنذر من اتبع الذكر وخشي الرحمن بالغيب فبشره بمغفرة وأجر كريم إنا نحن نحيي الموتى ونكتب ما قدموا وآثارهم وكل شيء أحصيناه في إمام مبين صدق الله العظيم.
Okay, so that was a request from Marjan, Mariam's fan. Marjan, you have to now be Maria and Mariam's fan, not just Mariam's fan. Okay, so we've done. What there's no testing. I can't read all the comments. Can you see all of them? What else is there? Oh, Auntie Samira saying her request it froze. Let's do a class again.
Okay.
Auntie Samira, just for you.
Okay. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد صدق الله العظيم.
Okay, I have a favorite verse, Maria. I don't know. One of my favorite verse.
Okay, should I read it?
Can you remember the translation? What's the first one? Okay, you read it. So this is one of my favorite verses. Do it with the. Go on.
Okay. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الله نور السماوات والأرض مثل نوره كمشكاة فيها مصباح المصباح في زجاجة الزجاجة كأنها كوكب دري يوقد من شجرة مباركة زيتونة لا شرقية ولا غربية يكاد زيتها يضيء ولو لم تمسسه نور على نور يهدي الله لنوره من يشاء ويضرب الله الأمثال للناس والله بكل شيء عليم.
you remember?
I'll try. Okay, so the translation of that ayah is Allah is the light of the heavens and the earth. The example of His light is that of a niche in which there is a lamp. The lamp is in a glass. The glass looks like a brilliant star. It is lit by a blessed tree, the olive, which is neither eastern nor western. Its oil is about to emit light, even though the fire has not touched it. Light upon light. Allah guides to His light whomsoever He wills. And Allah describes examples for the people, and Allah knows everything well.
Wow. Maria, I really like that verse, so I asked her to learn that translation. So yeah, that's a lot of the recitation done from all the requests from YouTube. Let's have a look. I can't see all the comments on Facebook. Hold on. Let me see. Okay,
No
I
one's really
can see.
requesting.
I can see lots of people watching. Any request for a surah?
Surah Duha.
Surah Duha?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والضحى والليل إذا سجى ما ودعك ربك وما قلى وللآخرة خير لك من الأولى ولسوف يعطيك ربك فترضى ألم يجدك يتيما فآوى ووجدك ضالا فهدى ووجدك عائلا فأغنى فأما اليتيم فلا تقهر وأما السائل فلا تنهر وأما بنعمة ربك فحدث.
Okay. Okay, somebody's asked for the last, isn't it last three? Last two ayahs of Al-Baqarah for protection. Isn't it last?
No, it's the last two.
Okay, okay.
These two.
Yeah, you know them.
Yeah, I know.
So these two verses for protection, just so that I'll share this with you. When Maya was very young, we were told when she was doing hifz 5, 6 years in by a few shaykh that she should protect herself. So there were certain verses that she should recite every night before she goes to sleep, and then does dry blowing. Sort of, you don't spit in your hands, but then keep it dry, blow into your hands 3 times, and then use your hands to pass your hands over from your head to your toes. First one was the last 2 verses of Al-Baqarah. Then it was the 3 quls. Depending on what your beliefs are, maybe some of you may want to do the 4 quls, but the 3 quls. And then also there's a dua in Fortress of the Muslim. I call it the Kalimati dua. Those are the 3 things on them. So basically, if you get your children in the habit of doing these verses at night, just takes minutes. InShaAllah to protect. Do it yourself as well. There's a lot of hasad, a lot of evil in the world. You never know. So everybody should get in the practice of doing this. It really just takes seconds. Okay.
Okay. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم آمن الرسول بما أنزل إليه من ربه والمؤمنون كل آمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله وقالوا سمعنا وأطعنا غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها لها ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين صدق الله العظيم.
Okay, we've had another request on YouTube by Auntie Samira, Surah Fatiha.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين.
Okay, I was actually going to request it, Mara. You know the end of Surah Hash.
Sorry. So from Al-Hash.
Yeah.
Oh, from 21 to the end. Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I was a bit confused.
Let's get it down to which ones they want. So normally
this one.
Is it from there? No, start from. Where do they go from?
I think it's
when you did it
from here, isn't it? 21.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So you know. Okay.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لو أنزلنا هذا القرآن على جبل لرأيته خاشعا متصدعا من خشية الله وتلك الأمثال نضربها للناس لعلهم يتفكرون هو الله الذي لا إله إلا هو عالم الغيب والشهادة هو الرحمن الرحيم هو الله الذي لا إله إلا هو الملك القدوس السلام المؤمن المهيمن العزيز الجبار المتكبر سبحان الله عما يشركون هو الله الخالق البارئ المصور له الأسماء الحسنى يسبح له ما في السماوات والأرض وهو العزيز الحكيم صدق الله العظيم.
Okay, I wasn't listening. Okay. Surah An-Nisa. What part of the Surah An-Nisa?
Which one?
I don't know. There's somebody else on Surah An-Nisa, but it's a very long surah. It spans over 3 years. So I will pick. I know there's some nice verses in there. Yeah.
Do you want the big one?
Yeah.
That one.
Which one's 61?
No.
It is one.
Oh, hold on.
I'm not a Hafiz, but after my son said 14 years, that's too long. We did it from birth. But after sort of 6, 7, I know sort of certain things in certain surahs. Yeah, I like this. Yeah, that's nice.
Okay.
So this is verse 23 of An-Nisa.
Okay. You just leave it there. I know it. I just need it. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم حرمت عليكم أمهاتكم وبناتكم حرمت عليكم أمهاتكم وبناتكم وأخواتكم وعماتكم وخالاتكم وبنات الأخ وبنات الأخت وأمهاتكم اللاتي أرضعنكم وأخواتكم من الرضاعة وأمهات نسائكم اللاتي في حجور وأمهات نسائكم حرمت عليكم أمهاتكم وبناتكم وأخواتكم وعماتكم وخالاتكم وبنات الأخ وبنات الأخت وأمهاتكم اللاتي أرضعنكم وأخواتكم من الرضاعة وأمهات نسائكم وربائبكم اللاتي في حجوركم من نسائكم اللاتي دخلتم بهن فإن لم تكونوا دخلتم بهن فلا جناح عليكم وحلائل أبنائكم الذين من أصلابكم وأن تجمعوا بين الأختين إلا ما قد سلف إن الله كان غفورا رحيما صدق الله العظيم.
Okay, I think that's enough recitation. We just really felt because the challenge was a style of recitation that Maria really only ever does when we do his practice. So sometimes when I practicing for competition. If you can imagine, obviously we've got to get a lot of the, the focus then is hifz. So I know her tajweed and mahraj is fine. Then at that point I'm testing whether she is saying the words that she's meant to be saying. When we do that, we have to go very fast, even faster than what you saw on the video. So the video, we still had to keep it so that you viewers could keep follow. I've had a lot of phone calls, a lot of messages, alhamdulillah, since yesterday from dear friends, loved ones, and who tried to keep up, and they kept losing her, and then finally they're placed again. But alhamdulillah, obviously I'm very used to this, so I could keep up. If sometimes if you saw me in the video doing this, that's my sign to her, go faster. So because I know she can go faster, but we wanted to keep it. Again, I'm not an alima, nor is Maria, but I did my research, not loads, to see, because I didn't want to offend people or be doing something wrong. So we took the approach of al-hadar was to go fast paced. You still um, you can be understood. Now, if I'm sitting here, I could understand her. So no disrespect, but obviously most people aren't hafiz or don't have as much fluency, say, as what we have, but I can honestly say she was reading it, it was clear. Um, if you want to, again, I never preach and I never lecture people. This was something that came into my life, which I never thought 10 years ago would be in my life. So it is something that is now with us to stay. My son thought it was here since the day Maria was born, but I said no, she was 5 when we actually started. Um, but honestly, it's like anything else. What you put in is what you're going to get out. So the more you're going to read it, like when we were young, even though our siblings, we were taught the Pakistani way, so it was incorrect. But when we read it all the time, we were really fast. And that for us, when I was younger, if there was no pondering over it and reflecting over it, it was a case of we were children. We weren't told that, we were just told we had to learn to read it. We learned to read it, we learned to read it incorrectly. And obviously, because we would go to the masjid every day or somebody's house, wherever our mother would organize, then we would read it. And when we would be reading it literally, obviously all the time, we were fast and we didn't mind reading it. Then obviously high school. I think high school is the time. I'm gonna just uh, go off topic now, but high school is the time when really, as parents or guardians, is when you need to remember to keep keep still asking your children to recite and read. Now, the best advice I could give you is if you can, for them to read before they go to school, so that when they come back, they've had their food or whatever, and they do get a lot of homework. You've got to fit everything in. So people who want to do hifz and they want to start it at high school, the advice I give is the best thing I did was the fact that the children did hifz when they were in primary school. So they finished alhamdulillah very early, but you still have up to the age of 11, because you don't have that much pressure at primary school. High school, you can't go home. You can't go to school and say to a teacher, "Oh, I haven't done my homework. I was doing my Quran revision or whatever." They're not going to be interested. So you've got to find that balance, or even read in the morning. It's a nice way to start your day anyway. So I just really did want to put that in there. That another purpose of the challenge was to show fluency, and fluency only comes with the more you're going to read yourself. And then that pondering and reflection, all these things I feel come with stages, especially if we are Indo-Pak and not Arabic. Yeah, if we're not, Arabic people, when we can't understand it, we have to go an extra step and look for translations. Maybe, if you've got time and you want to learn the language, it's hard enough for us. But so do everything in small steps and see how you get on, and just make that intention. It does help. So start small, but do a bit of reading every day where you struggle. Because I think a lot of the mental headache, tension is that you don't want to read, or you put it off because you think, oh, it's going to take me such a long time to read one page. But eventually, if you read daily, after a few months, you'll see that that page now isn't taking that long. And you're actually now not going to worry when you pick it up and you think, oh, we're going to be sitting here for ages. Because it is realistic. We have to be realistic. Not everybody has got lots and lots of time all day when you're fitting it around your families, fitting it around work. So you do what you can, but start small. Start small and you'll see how it gets easier. It's not going to come with you one day. I remember when I was relearning, I don't think I was ever taught them. So when I learned my rules of tajweed, Maria was 4. So literally my relearning came in just a few months before she was going to start. So alhamdulillah, it was very good timing. And it took me a while to click with what was going on. Because obviously, and then to undo something that you've learned all your life, that itself. But to be honest, it's very rewarding when you know that at least you're trying to read it in the right way and you're trying to understand. Because I don't like to lecture, but to read it very incorrectly, obviously, that carries its burden. So I'm not going to go into the sins and rights and wrongs because that's not what I'm here for. But look into it, and try your best. We're going to finish off with a great request that Mario always get is line number game. So this is where I will take the Quran away. So as you can see on the screen, I have the Quran. Anyway, she doesn't have one. I have one here. Let me move. Where can we do it so that they can see that I've got it? Wherever I'm moving, there's symbols and things, whatever. Anyway, you'll just let me turn this. 1 second. Okay, there you go. So in Facebook, you can see that I've got the Quran. Maya's facing the other way. And YouTube, can you see? Not sure. But she's over there, and I'm over here. You can see that her back is to me. So I'm going to ask. We'll start with Surah Al-Baqarah, yeah? You're comfortable with that one, yeah, Maria?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to start. And this is what a lot of people on Facebook have been requesting. YouTube family, you're a bit new to this. So I will give you a chance. So there's only 6 people watching YouTube and a few more on Facebook. So YouTube, I'll give you a chance first. And Surah Al-Baqarah has 286 verses. So if you say a number, Maria will, InShaAllah, tell you what that surah is. So somebody quickly give me a number between 1 and 286, please. Whoever's number I see first. Okay. Oh. All right. Mira must know his Quran. Mira, girl or boy, sorry, I can't tell from the name. Mira can't. Asked for. Okay, hold on. Okay. Somebody's asked for. Okay, we'll do it. 282 of Al-Baqarah is the longest. Even I know this is the longest verse in the Quran. It's a whole page of our 59 Quran. But it was the first number somebody's put on there, so it's a request. So we will oblige. So Maria, read it, yeah.
Yeah. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا تداينتم بدين إلى أجل مسمى فاكتبوه وليكتب بينكم كاتب بالعدل ولا يأبى كاتب أن يكتب كما علمه الله فليكتب وليملي للذي عليه الحق وليتق الله ربه ولا يبخس منه شيئا فإن كان الذي عليه الحق سفيها أو ضعيفا أو لا يستطيع أن يمل هو فليملل وليه بالعدل واستشهدوا شهيدين من رجالكم فإن لم يكونا رجلين فرجل وامرأتان ممن ترضون من الشهداء أن تضل إحداهما فتذكر إحداهما الأخرى ولا يأبى الشهداء إذا ما دعوا ولا تسأموا أن تكتبوا صغير أو كبير إلى أجله ولا تسموا أن تكتبوا صغيرا أو كبيرا إلى أجله ذلكم أقسط عند الله وأقوم للشهادة وأدنى أن لا ترتابوا إلا أن تكون تجارة حاضرة تديرونها بينكم فليس عليكم جناح ألا تكتبوها وأشهدوا إذا تبايعتم ولا يضار كاتب ولا شهيد وإن تفعلوا فإنه فسوق بكم واتقوا الله ويعلمكم الله والله بكل شيء عليم.
Okay, so that was verse 282 on the request of one of our Mira Khan's request. We've got a few more. Okay, these are not my choices. So okay, that was correct. Okay, so now before I say because obviously I'm not Hafiza, so I have to go to the page. So somebody has requested verse 186.
Okay. 186 is وإذا سأل وإذا سألك عبادي عني فإني قريب أجيب دعوة الداعي إذا دعان فليستجيبوا لي وليؤمنوا بي لعلهم يرشدون.
Okay, so alhamdulillah, that was right. Why did you say this one? Okay, so that was correct. Right, another one we've got. Let me get to it first, and I'll tell you what it is. 21.
Okay. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الناس اعبدوا ربكم الذي خلقكم والذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون.
Sure, that's correct too. Okay, that was your one as well. So we've done those. Okay, let me just check on. Okay. Okay, so Taslim Akhtar has given
50.
Huh?
She also 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 50.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وإذ فرقنا بكم البحر فأنجيناكم وأغرقنا آل فرعون وأنتم تنظرون.
Maria is smiling. Shall I tell you why? Okay. This is behind the scenes now. So in this Quran, when we are revising,
right?
Yeah, it's right.
I thought it was wrong.
No, it's correct. It's correct. It's correct. When we're revising, so I use pencil. I never mark with pen. So if she makes a mistake, I sometimes circle what it is. And this word, bahro, because it can also be
Jahra.
It can. There's a lot what they call mutashabihas. They are similar in the Quran. And then so all sorts of things can happen.
I thought Tanzurun was God.
Yeah.
I thought, oh
So
no.
yeah. So that's why that one was actually a very good pick, because sometimes in revision she gets that one wrong, and I've actually got a star in the column. So alhamdulillah, she had to think right there. Okay. So okay, let's have one more from Al-Baqarah, then we'll move to another surah. Let me just see. Okay, somebody has said 19 of Al-Baqarah.
Okay. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أو كصيب من السماء فيه ظلمات ورعد وبرق يجعلون أصابعهم في آذانهم من الصواعق حذر الموت والله محيط بالكافرين.
Yeah, that's correct. Just
someone else like that.
Okay.
I'll do it.
Just to remind I'm going to bring my dad into this again. So Nanu, hopefully you're watching. Right. My dad loves this. He calls this a line number game. So my dad absolutely, obviously I set this up. This was not set up, I now say I find it very inspiring. And I know if I went somewhere, which Mari has done this game in public forums, I know how much this motivates children to want to continue learning, because they want to be able to do this. So when we were doing hifz at home, it was just the two of us, and nobody knew who I was, and nobody knew who I was. People still, I did this just to check that she knew her hifz really well, because again, my Arabic, wasn't that good. So rather than me try to say, oh, Mari got that why qala rabbuka, ayah wrong, because there could be lots of those anyway. So I used to write the numbers out and tick them off as we learnt the verse. Then when we would do that page, I would write those numbers out, and then I would say, okay, what was 32? What was 35? Whatever was on. So let's say that range was 30 to 40 in that page. I'd say, okay, Mari, what was 38? What was that? Just to check that, it was more from me thinking, okay, have we done this properly? So off the back of that, so we wouldn't necessarily, it wasn't done as much as what people think. But alhamdulillah, what it is, my husband and myself are both from, jobs with, financial background. We're good with figures. So I don't know if that's why. But really, again, with effort, it can be done. It wasn't done, we're thinking, oh, that. It was only once she could do it, I thought, oh, maybe that's how Dr. Zakir Naik does it. But it actually wasn't an intention to start doing that. For me, it was just another way to check, oh, does she know it? So rather than me say, I mean, otherwise, how could I say, oh, do the 7th ayah, do the 5th ayah? So I would say, oh, do that number ayah. And that's how the numbers came in. And then now, even through this, I don't know if anybody heard, but through the sittings, the 5 sittings that we did, sometimes if Maria got stuck, I wouldn't tell her. I would say 33, 99. The moment I said the number, she would remember that verse. So that actually happened through the hifz journey. So I didn't tell her any words. I would say a number just to kickstart her. So anyway, which number were we on? 35.
Yeah. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وقلنا يا آدم اسكن أنت وزوجك
Which one are we doing?
35.
Yeah.
وقلنا.
Yeah.
وقلنا يا آدم اسكن أنت وزوجك الجنة وكلا منها رغدا حيث شئتما ولا تقربا هذه الشجرة فتكونا من الظالمين.
Okay, so all al-Baqarah point. Let's see. What can we do? Okay. Well, we'll do this one because, like I said, let me get to it and I'll see what it is. So this is a request on YouTube. 200.
200. فإذا بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم فإذا قضيتم مناسككم فاذكروا الله كذكركم آباءكم أو أشد ذكرا فمن الناس من يقول ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة فإذا قضيتم مناسككم فاذكروا الله كذكركم آباءكم أو أشد ذكرا فمن الناس من يقول ربنا آتنا في الدنيا وما له في الآخرة من خلاق.
Also, I just remembered when we used to do the line numbers, what it was. So imagine there was a page with like 10 eyes on it. I would just sometimes say 10. She would just say, shall we do an example? Like, so if we do these 2 pages, then when I say the number, we just say the first few.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So this was another way that, yeah, that was right. Sorry, she nearly said it wrong, but she corrected herself. Okay. So if anybody's got Quran, page 35 and 36 of Al-Baqarah, that's, oh my, jumped into my back today. So those 2 pages start with 220, they go down to 230. So this is another thing I used to say. So this was our testing, like if I tested across the whole juz. So again, I told you, if it was a page, I would say the number, whatever was on that page, she would be the whole verses. If I wanted to test the whole juz, this is how we would do it. So these 2 pages have 220 to 230. I'll say the number, she's just going to say the first few words. So this was just to know which ayah follows which ayah. So again, this is another review technique for those who are on hifz. So can they hear me? Yeah. The 220.
في الدنيا والآخرة.
Bit louder.
في الدنيا والآخرة.
221.
ولا تنكحوا المشركات حتى يؤمنوا. ولا تنكحوا.
Yeah.
مشركات.
I need to hear. 222.
ويسألونك عن المحيض.
223.
نساؤكم حرث لكم.
224.
ولا تجعلوا الله عرضة لكم.
225.
لا يؤاخذكم الله باللغو.
226.
للذين يؤلون من نسائهم.
228. 227.
وإن أزموا الطلاق فإن الله.
228.
والمطلقات يتربصن.
229.
الطلاق مرتان.
And 230.
فإن طلقها فلا تحل.
I've done that through the whole Quran. Alhamdulillah. So yes, this is another way. So I'll give you another tip there. So like so many people were like, how does she know the hifz so so well? She knows it well because we did. I didn't want anyone to say, say at the end of it, because I'm just a normal mom who's an accountant by trade. So when I did this, I didn't want anyone to feel that, oh, how could she have done that? So I did it so thoroughly that I didn't realize I was doing it as thoroughly as what I did. Because I believe this should be in anything that you do. Anything that you do it well. Do it to the best of your ability. So literally, bar going backwards, because I don't think that's allowed. I think I did everything. I did tops, bottoms, back, forwards, you name it. Another one we can do for, let's pick from, again, Al-Baqarah. So again, another revision tool I'll quickly just tell you. We'll just stop at page 10. It's called tops and bottoms. For strong hifz, sometimes, because when you learn a page at a time when you get to that, then you might forget how to connect to the next page. So what a lot of scholars say is, don't learn page. Learn the bottom one, go to the next one, so you're connecting. We didn't have that issue. because I had another game called Tops and Bottoms. So you say the first one and the last one on the page. So she's now going to say the number of the first one, number of the last one, and we're going to turn over. We're going to start from page 1 of Al-Baqarah. Yeah? We'll just do it for 10 pages.
So what do you want me to do? Say
one and what it is, and say 5.
Okay.
So we only say the first few words.
Okay. So 1 Alif Lam Mim 5 أولئك على هدى من ربهم. 6 إن الذين كفروا سواء عليهم. 16 أولئك الذين اشتروا الضلالة بالهدى.
That was page 2. So now if anybody's following page 3 or 59 now.
17 مثلهم كمثل الذي استوقد. 24 وإن لم تفعلوا ولن تفعلوا. 25 وبشر الذين آمنوا. 29 هو الذي خلق لكم ما في الأرض. 30 وإذ قال ربك للملائكة. 37 فتلقى آدم من ربه. 38 قلنا اهبطوا منها. 48 واتقوا يوما لا تجزي. 49 is وإذ نجيناكم من آل. 57 وضللنا. 58 وإذ قلنا ادخلوا. 61 وإذ قلتم يا موسى لا نصبر. 62 إن الذين آمنوا والذين هادوا. 69 قالوا ادع لنا ربك يبين لنا. 70 قالوا ادع لنا ربك يبين لنا. 76 وإذا لقوا الذين آمنوا قالوا.
That's 10 pages. So again, that's another revision technique there for you. Okay. So I'm just going to have a quick look on Facebook. Is there anything else anybody wants to see? We're going to wrap up in a minute. I'll do 3 verses. I will let them recite out on Quran Explorer. Maria can tell you where it is. Okay? So the Quran is shut. I don't want to, yeah. So this is the hardest testing, okay? So basically just randomly from anywhere. So I won't embarrass myself and try to recite in public. Right, I'm back here. She's in front of me. Right, let's put the volume on. فكلي واشربي وقري عينا فإما ترين من البشر أحدا فقولي إني نذرت للرحمن صوما فقولي إني نذرت للرحمن. Yeah, I got it. It took a while to click. So the top of the page, I think, Surah Maryam 26. Yeah, so she's right. Top of the page. So it's the first eye on the page. 26. What Surah? Maryam. Yeah. Let me get on the camera. Is it on the camera? How do we get it on the camera? It's going to be flipped though. That's one flipped. So how did it come on? On YouTube it does that. Yeah. So that was 26. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to do 2 more. Or because I don't, she can't actually see the YouTube screen. She can see the Facebook one. If somebody wants to pick something on YouTube, because that's to my right, she can't see that one. But I'll pick another one randomly. So look, as you can see, I'm just probably wherever it stops. There we go. Let's have a look. So, ready? Okay. Oh, Jinn. Okay, she knows it. It's Surah Jinn, ayah 14. Where is it on the page? Top of the page. Funnily enough, I coincidentally just stopped anywhere. This is also at the top of the page. Okay, anyone here? Okay. YouTube, anybody want to pick anything from the Quran? Yeah? Pick it from a big surah. Write it down for me. Facebook, Facebook, she can see what you're asking, so I'm not going to ask her from Facebook because look away. The comments are, huh? I look away. Okay, if you look down. Oh, okay. Okay, look down. So let me just see. Is anybody else on Facebook? They haven't. Hold on. If not, I'll do one. So again, I'm going to do a random one. So I'm going to scroll up and down. I've stopped. I'm going to just do that. There we go. This one. Right, I'm going to play it.
ولا تصعر خدك للناس ولا تمش في الأرض مرحا إن الله لا يحب كل مختال فخور.
Okay, Maria, where is this one?
So Luqman, I 19, bottom of the page.
Which one was it? What would you show was it?
Hold on, ولا تصر, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I 18.
18. Yeah. So Alhamdulillah. So Maria says that was verse 18, Surah Luqman. Where is it? Sort of
Bottom of the page.
Towards the bottom of the page, yeah. How many ayahs up from the bottom?
1.
1, yeah. So Alhamdulillah. So what it is, again, when your hips is strong, you can picture where they are. You can tell if it's on the right side and where it's on the left side. So any of you who are doubting her hips over the last few days, hopefully I've quashed any doubts. We try to the best of our ability. Again, we're not scholars. We're just a very, very normal family. I cannot stress that enough. We try to the best, to practice and but obviously, like I said, Maria is now 14. She was only 7 when she completed. So, and now she does have a lot of school commitments. She's going to start her GCSEs next year. So, but Alhamdulillah, I'm really happy with the level of where her hifz is, that even if we drift off for a while and can't dedicate the sort of time that probably most people should every day, I know her hifz is very strong. So then that's why sometimes I enter her in competitions. It then gives me that motivation to sit back with her. And then we know we normally do some what I call a 3-day cycle, where we do 10 juz every day. See, to a lot of people, 10 juz, even for me years ago, my head would be spinning. But now I know 10 juz is 2.5 hours. So, 2.5 hours. And then what we do is we take a break from it. Maybe we revisit in the evening, and whatever mistakes were made in the day, we just go over them. So, but Alhamdulillah, Maria is in a privileged position to be doing that. And obviously, as you know, I have my own son. He also was a Hafiz at 7, Hafiz Yusuf. I would have brought him on, but to be honest, my beautiful son, he's been ill for the last few days. He has a bit of a cough, cold. He's actually pulled a muscle in his neck today. So he's falling apart. So make dua for Mr. Hafiz Yusuf. So inshallah, you'll be seeing more of him as well. And he does very similar, revision techniques as well. So inshallah, see you all soon. Please donate to www.launchgood.com/Maria. We are still raising money, through our love of the Quran for the fundraiser through Islamic Health. So Jazakallah khair for watching, and see you all soon. And please, Facebook, come over to YouTube, because we got a better quality setup there. So inshallah, see you all soon. Remember us in your du'as. Remember Maria in your du'as. May she always remain under Allah's protection, and away from evil eyes and evil. So assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Gonna end that one. Then what else?